Hello everyone, we are Alif, Haras and Khalid, and today we are going to cover hypothetical syllogism. By definition, hypothetical syllogisms are short, two-premise deductive arguments in which at least one of the premises is a conditional, the antecedent or consequent of which also appears in the other premise. Pure hypothetical syllogism. Both of the premises as well as the conclusions are conditionals. For such a conditional to be valid, the antecedent of one premise must match the consequent of the other. What one may validly conclude, then, is a conditional containing the remaining antecedent as antecedent and the remaining consequent as consequent. For example, if P, then Q. If Q, then R. So, if P, then R. Let's look at another example. If P, then not R. If not R, then not Q. So, if P, then not Q.
Hello, I'm Haras. Rather, this kind of syllogism must be constructed of a conditional major premise and unconditional minor premise leading to an unconditional conclusion, a conditional major premise, an unconditional minor premise, and unconditional conclusion. Mixed hypothetical syllogism. One of the premises is a conditional while the others serve to register agreement, affirmation, or disagreement, denial, with either the antecedent or consequent of that conditional. There are thus four possible forms of such syllogism, two of which are valid while two of which are invalid. Mixed hypothetical syllogism. Valid forms: affirming the antecedent, modus ponens, if P then Q, P, Q. Denying the consequent, modus tollens, if P then Q, not Q, not P. Invalid forms: affirming the consequence, if P then Q, Q, P. Denying the antecedents, if P then Q, not P, not Q. Examples: modus tollens, denying the consequent. If the president acts forcefully, he will gain in the polls. He is not gaining in the polls, therefore, the president is not acting forcefully.
Hello, my name is Khalid. Example: modus ponens, affirming the antecedent. If you can put an agreement into symbolic logic that looks like this P, then you have a modus ponens agreement Q. You can put an agreement into symbolic logic that looks like this P, therefore you have a modus ponens argument Q. Example: modus tollens, denying the consequence. If anyone is born of God, then he loves his brother. Adolf does not love his brother. Therefore, Adolf is not born of God. Conclusion: when you spot a conditional agreement, you can test its validity very easily. First, make sure you know what the conditional or major premise is. Second, see whether the minor premise affirms or denies the antecedent or consequence in the major premise. If it affirms the antecedent or denies the consequence, a conclusion can be drawn and it is valid, otherwise not. Thank you.